People often ask the question, what's the real difference between a PGA professional and a high handicap golfer? Well, today we're going to find out. Let's do it.
Let's do it now.
Hi everyone, James Robinson here, guys. First things first, I'd like to warmly welcome you all back to the channel. Today, I've been that excited about this new series, Foxy. It's going to be good, this, isn't it?
I'm going to enjoy this one.
So we've partnered up with the guys at Shot Scope. You've got a nice little grey number on, haven't you?
Yeah, nice.
These are the V3 Shot Scopes, and we're going to discuss everything to do with golf. We're going to discuss your stats, my stats, and then see if we can actually improve each other's game.
Yep.
Sound fair?
Sounds good to me.
So guys, if you're new here, make sure you do smash that subscribe button below. Today we're going to show you a full round of 18 holes, so there's not going to be a lot of talking. I might give you the old running commentary over a few shots, then we're going to put some stats together and work out what the big difference is between you and I. Me and you? Me and thee.
Ah.
That's still the honour. We're going to have a match as well.
Yeah, why not?
So we're going to keep gross scores. So what I'll do, Fox, I'll give you 24 shots on your gross score. Yeah?
Yeah. Nice one to start, pal.
Take that one.
Nice easy swing, that.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Fairway.
Right then, the old lucky tee peg from Scotland.
Love it. Great shot.
She'll do. Lucky tee peg, working its charm.
So guys, welcome to the in-round commentary. I will be your commentator for the day, James Robinson. You can see here, stepping up to the second shot at the first hole, feeling quite confident actually, little 9-iron in my hands, really good strike, nice high ball flight. It's actually just going to go a little bit long, which is disappointing. That is a shot that you would fancy attacking the flag with. Over to Mr. Fox. Foxy's got 127 to the middle, as you can see, 144 to the back. He's gone with a pitching wedge, which I think is the right club. How's he get on with this one? That's a good golf swing, gets onto his left side, nice. Another nice high towering ball flight, looks on line, and again it's just a little bit long, just like mine. Well, they're two pretty good shots. I know I said I weren't going to speak, but you've hit two great shots there.
Taking them off of that.
Onto the putting.
Oh, thanks for coming. Here we go.
So, two fairly long birdie putts here. I'll call them birdie putts and not birdie chances because that's really not what they are. I've actually fired that past, so the greens have caught me out there. Very quick. Well done to John and the team. Fox has left his short. I think he must have been a little bit worried looking at how mine raced past. So, Fox, I apologise to you for that. You can see I'm using the aim point here to try and get the proper line on this, and the putter today could be a deciding factor in how we score. For me, that was a massive bonus. Oh, that's a fist bump on the first hole. Nobody likes to see that for a par. How does Foxy get on with his par putt? That just slides by. That's a 5. Foxy on the first hole. Guys, real quick one. If you do consider yourself a little bit of a stato and you want to see the difference between a PGA Pro and a high handicap stats for 18 holes, make sure you stay to the end of this video because we're going to talk through the shot scope data and see exactly where I can improve, Foxy can improve, and where maybe you can improve as well. So make sure you watch right till the end. There's some really interesting points we're going to raise in this video. Second tee, and you can see I'm going with a 3-wood here. Definitely one of my favourite holes on the golf course. You don't really need to hit driver to attack it, and that's just a lovely ball flight. Cutting the corner a little bit low actually. I remember it being a bit bottomy, but I'm enjoying that Titleist TSI 3-wood for that very reason. I get that forgiveness when I catch it a bit bottomy. Foxy's going here with a hybrid. It's his favourite club in the bag. I know it is. You can see the hole's 353 to the middle. Certainly doesn't need a driver. Usually he misses it right here. Yeah. That was a little bit high, a touch roofy, but it is down the middle, so I'm sure you're going to take it. You can see him checking the roof mark there, but it's down the middle. No big problems with that, really. He's going to get a pitching wedge to try and keep it in play, and that was a terrible shot for Foxy there. He's put it in the rubbish with the pitching wedge. That's certainly not what he wanted to do with that. Now, I've actually got kind of 100 yards in here, and the flag is on the front edge, and I can actually play it a little bit long and spin it down the bank, which is what I'm talking you through here. You can see the hand motion there, making sure that you can tell what I'm talking about. The one place you don't want to hit it is that left-hand bunker. That's a very difficult up and down. which is there. Oh dear. Donut! So getting off to a pretty average start there, 2 good tee shots and 2 average approaches. Foxy's really done well to hack that out of there, as you can see. I'm not sure what that movement was he's done there. This wasn't his best, he's duffed that one there. He's not got the weight where it needs to be, and then he's played quite a decent shot there. Does that come back down the bank? This is the bank I was hoping to use for the birdie opportunity. That's just crawling back nicely. That's not a bad shot there, the lesser of the 2 evils. I mean, how I left it in this bunker, I'll never know. That was a terrible shot, and then this wasn't much better. That's running out to kind of 15, 20 feet. Another par save required. Foxy's going to put this down here now, and that's an excellent pace. Oh, I thought it had it. You know, I even thought I had it then second time, even though I knew it missed. So I've now got this for 2 pars to open up with. Again, it's not one you're expecting to make. Make percentage on tour from here would literally be about 15%. And that's another one rolled in. That's quite remarkable, really. That's another fist bump as well for 2 pars. James, have a quiet word with yourself. And Foxy finishes that off nicely as well. Another 1 putt on the card. Well, interesting start for us both. So you join us here on the 4th tee, a drivable par 4 actually. Foxy's got a 3-wood in his hands, and that's a great shot. It's actually a little bit left of where you want to go. You can take it over the tree line, but he does suffer with sometimes leaving it in those trees, so I'm sure he was very happy with that. I've actually got driver in my hands here. I'm going to try and take it over that right-hand tree line up to the green. That's one of the best drives I've hit in a long time. I like to think if this was the PGA Tour, there'd be a mashed potatoes or a Baba Booey shout there, potentially. So from around 100 yards, Foxy's not going with the full gap wedge, which I quite fancy him with. He's gone with a little bump and run 9-iron. Caught it a little bit heavy, maybe playing a little bit too much links golf recently. You can see he's just finished short of the bunker there. I'm actually in the greenside bunker from the drive, so not too dissatisfied with that. Foxy's bladed that a little bit. That's gone a little bit long. Not the strike you need to get some spin, and I've got the most awkward bunker distance ever. Quite happy with that. Probably left it about 15 feet for birdie. So we've got a chance the way we've been put in. Foxy plays a lovely little shot down the bank here. I think he was tempted to chip it, but I am trying to get him to put more of these. That's to a nice distance. Come on, James, let's roll this in for birdie and get under par. And we leave it short. That's the story of my golf, leaving birdie putts short, but making the occasional par putt. Foxy rolls that in nicely, so let's get to the 5th tee. 5th tee, Foxy's just pulled this one a little bit left. It was a great strike, actually. He shouted 4. I think he was thinking of the teddy bear's picnic over there, because no person is going to be in there. I'm going to go with 3-wood again here, because I'm just hitting 3-wood particularly well off par 4 tees, especially the ones where you don't need to smash it 300 yards, not that I can anyway. And the Titleist TSI3 for me is a club that I'm really, really comfortable with hitting off the tee. I mean, that's just a glorious ball flight. Again, if we're on PGA Tour, I'm thinking there's some kind of shout there. So we set ourselves up for potentially another birdie opportunity here on the 5th hole. I like this club. I like this club a lot.
Look after it then. Leave yourself a shot out the flag as opposed to across it.
Yep, kicked right a bit, but now this is where the fun should start. We've got 100 yards in, little gap wedge, punchy shot, and that's one of the worst shots I've hit in a very, very long time. I couldn't even shot trace of that one. It was a horrible pull to the left, leaving an impossible putt for, again, a birdie putt. We're not going to call it an opportunity. Foxy's played a lovely shot in there. This one just finishes short right of the green. He's actually gone with gap wedge back where he's comfortable. And here you can really see the extent of how much I pulled that gap wedge. I'm using an aim point read here to make sure I get the correct line. So it's all about distance really, this putt. And as soon as I hit it, it felt right off the blade. It's low side all day long, and it's nowhere near for the birdie. Very disappointing with that left quite testing par putt as well. Foxy's played one a little bit past here, but not too bad, decent pace. This is for par, can we clean up? Again, low side. That's a very disappointing 3-putt, especially after missing the birdie putt on the 4th hole. And that sums my golf up to a tee. Par, 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 birdie chance, birdie chance, birdie chance. Terrible shot, 3-putt, 1 over par. Perfect. 6th hole here at Woolley Park Golf Club. You will have seen me hit driver or 3-wood to try and get the green a lot of times in videos here, but where the tee box is today, we can't do that, so that's just a nice 4-iron down the middle of the fairway to open it up to the green. Fox is going to hit something quite similar, I do believe, and he actually follows me there with a nice shot as well. So that's 2 shots straight down the fairway, opening it up to the flag, and hopefully you can see here a couple of birdie opportunities. This is one of the best iron shots I've seen Foxy hit in a very, very long time. A big high towering draw to about 10 feet. Now I actually used the shot scope rangefinder here to get an actual yardage, and I think it's fair to say that it helped, because this is one of the best shots I've hit this year, especially after a disappointing 3-putt on the last hole, because sometimes you need to stop the rot. I didn't feel like I was playing that badly, but I'm over par on some of the easiest holes on the golf course. This really made me feel like I could attack it a little bit more, and as you can see here, 2 very good approach shots, and mine's actually in there to like 3 or 4 feet, so you would hope that we're going to claw one back there. Fox is not entirely sure what to do with this, I can tell. I'm going to move this out of his way because I'm sure it was on his line. He actually goes at this for birdie. He does like to go at birdie, but I like to see him being aggressive, but that's probably a little bit too much. I think getting the pace of the greens is something we really need to work on for Foxy to keep those scores down. When he throws the occasional 3-putt in, it really does affect his score quite heavily. Nice to be able to take the flag out today as well. We rolled that in for birdie. That's a great birdie for me to get back to level par, especially after a 3-putt on the previous hole. Can Foxy make the one coming back? I didn't move the camera. He did, so that's a good par for Foxy. So on that note, guys, we are going to leave you there and rejoin you on the 9th. Sounds fair, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
9th hole, par 3, uphill, very, very difficult flag location here. Foxy usually hits this right, but he's not disappointed us today. That's generally where he does find it, out near the conifers. Hopefully they won't be in the conifers and he'll find it and be able to rescue a score. Not his best shot there, but it was well struck, so we'll take the positives from that. I've gone with a 5-iron here, tried to keep it under any wind that there was. And again, this was just a great iron shot from me. I felt like I was really comfortable with shots like this today. Hopefully we can take that into the back 9. I actually thought it might have been closer than what it was, but that flag position was horrible. So guys, you join us on the 9th tee. Things are going, well, things are actually going all right, mate, aren't they? 50-50. 50-50. I think, who do you think's going to win? I think we're both to about a handicaps, are we?
Just about. I think he's going to get 10s on the back now.
10s?
10s.
Ooh. Now this is all Foxy's nightmares rolled into one. Downhill, over a bunker, and he just gets over the bunker by about an inch. You can see the relief in his face there. So I've got an uphill birdie putt. I just roll it past a little bit. It's not a bad pace, to be honest, just low side again. Probably need to start learning from where I'm missing these. Tap that in for a par and move on. Foxy got quite a difficult putt downhill right to left here, so let's see how he approaches this. Has he been a bit firm with it again? Yes, he has. This is the distance where you just don't need the stress, do you? Does he get this coming back? It's actually rolled past more than what I thought it did. No, that's nowhere near. So this is where he's costing himself a lot of shots. 10th tee, this is a hole that I sometimes struggle hitting it left on, and that's not too bad. That's in the left-hand rough, but sometimes I do snap hook it into Woolly Hall, so there'll be plenty of golf balls in there if anyone would like to return them if you are working an event or a wedding or anything like that. Now Foxy steps onto the tee, he's gone with 3-wood again, which I'm quite pleased with. We kept driver in the bag today, and I think that was a good shout. He's hit a good shot there. Lovely. Just fading off to the right. There are bunkers up there, but I don't think he should reach them with the 3-wood, so another reason why he's hit that off the tee. He's hit a decent shot up there, so that should just be short left, I think. You can see that now I've got 152 to the middle. I'm going to hit an 8-iron here. The ball's sat up like a coconut, as I'm sure I've just said there in the footage. Now I've hit a nice 8-iron here. It's very high, very towering. Turning over a little bit, but not too bad. Foxy's actually left himself with a little pitch in, not a difficult shot, and he's absolutely blasted that over the green to the right, and he's short-sided himself. So this is again where he's costing himself a lot of shots, as you can see. Duffed it there, puts it down. I don't think this gets there either. So he's got the right shot in mind there, he's just not hit it hard enough. Again, something which he struggles with. This wasn't really a birdie opportunity, but halfway there, I actually quite fancied it. Still looked good. Oh, he's just gone low side. And again, I tapped that in for a par. Moving on to the 11th hole, the par 3. This is one of my favourite holes on the course. It was downwind a bit, so I tried to just smash a 9-iron up in the air and let the wind carry it, as you can see with the full finishing position there. It was online and I quite liked it. We actually just went a little bit long. It wasn't that far away either, so 169 yards, as you can see. Foxy's really, this wasn't his best shot. This has gone a long way left, like a long, long way left. Very lucky to find it, but he did find it out there, so he's just going to pitch this down here. Quite a nice shot. It lands on the downslope, and that scuppers him a little bit. That runs through to the other side of the green. We've actually got this for a birdie too, and we are clinging on around level par at the minute, so it would be nice to see something like this drop. I would sometimes chip this actually if I really fancied making it, but I just thought let's get it down there and knock it in for a 3, and you can see that's exactly what I've done there. Quite a tame effort, quite disappointed looking at that back that I've not sent out a little bit higher. and actually tried to go for the 2 because it wasn't that long a shot. But that's in for a safe 3. Fox is on the other side here, and that's just not quite the right line. The pace was better, still a little bit short. Flying over now to the next tee, the par 4. You can see we've actually got driver out here, and I don't want to go left here, so I've just left it out right a little bit, trying to draw in. Now, I remember from the day that I was very surprised that the wind didn't bring that in. It was downwind on the par 3, and this runs to the opposite side of there, so I thought it might just bring it back in a little bit. Fox is actually gone with 3-wood again, and there was a couple of 4 shouts, as you can hear now. There were some people over on that green as well, so we apologised for that, but we did shout 4. He actually made a miraculous 4 there as well. Moving on to the next tee, this wasn't his greatest shot off the tee again. I think he was getting a little bit tired with the heat. Playing golf in heat is something that you do have to learn how to do. I've smashed one up the middle there. This is stroking next one, the hardest hole on the course. Really happy with that, actually. And it did put me in position to play this shot, which again, just a great iron shot. Iron shots are something which I've not been doing very well at the minute. A nice high towering 8 iron, I think it was, to literally about kind of 5 feet, so very happy with that. Foxy's played a decent one here as well. I think it's just turning a little bit in the wind, but again, great shot for such a high handicap that he is. This is a difficult one. This was just a tough shot. You couldn't really chip it. You had to play it up the bank as I'm pointing there, and I'm now doing an aim-point read to try and get a birdie. We're taking the flag out, which must mean that I fancied it. This is to get under par, and we've walked it in. I'm a bit disappointed with myself there with a fist pump. I need to stop doing that. But very happy with a birdie on stroke index 1. Can Foxy save his? No, that's just gone past a little bit. Not often you birdie stroke index 1. So another 1 putt there recorded on the shot scope. Putting was on fire today. You join us on the 16th. I've hit gone for 3-wood off the tee again, and that's literally another centerline ball. I'm loving the 3-wood off the tee at the minute. The ground is receptive, so it will be able to take a 3-wood and run down to where your driver would be normally. Foxy's hit a hybrid here. Another good shot. He lost his balance a bit actually, but I don't mind because it's down the fairway. Right, mate. 2 all well. 2 and a bit holes left. How do you feel like it's going?
Hit and miss.
Difficult today with the heat.
Difficult with the heat. With will it be the 5th round of 18 in as many days?
Yep. Imagine playing on tour. Not for me.
I'll be broken, mate.
Not for me.
I'm not fit enough for that.
Keep tuned for the scores because they're quite interesting. Yeah. So this is the first time I'm really starting to think about playing for a score. I'm still under par at this point. I'll not tell you exactly what it is. Make sure you stay till the end. Foxy stuffed that one. That was a terrible shot. You can see how flat-footed he was. Now I've just played one up safe to the left-hand side. The last place I want to go is that deep cavernous bunker. Not really a birdie opportunity, which is disappointing from the middle of the fairway. So I've got this here. Foxy's actually nearly killed us with his 3rd shot, and I'm trying to chip this in. All I'm thinking about here is making birdie. Way too aggressive. That's run way past. Reminiscent of the bunker shot on the 2nd. So I've got some work to do to tidy up for par. Foxy's going to try and play that with the buggy there. Sorry, mate. Should have moved that before. Putted, which is definitely the right shot for him here. That's a great shot. To be honest, I'm thinking there, why didn't I do that? Can we roll this in for par? I've done an aim-point read. I've checked every single angle. It means a lot to me, this putt. It really does, and it drops. The putter was on fire. You know what? I'm not even taking that fist bump back. I really enjoyed that putt. Foxy rolls that past again. That's really disappointing for him, but he makes the one coming back. And that's another 1 putt recorded on the shot scope. So we move on to the 17th tee. There's a group in front which isn't really helping us, but I hate this tee shot. I actually hit it in the water on the left so often. You can see that I've absolutely pummeled that down the middle. Really, really happy with that, especially when you've got a score going. It's not very often I play for a score, so I kind of had the juices flowing at this point. I was really looking forward to try and build on it. Foxy's played one down here. It was a little bit right, but it's not too bad at all. Again, he's not hitting driver, he's hitting 3-wood, so he's in play, which I'm happy with. I'm quite wondering how he shot the score he did today, now looking at that, to be honest. Yeah, positive mental attitude. After hitting hybrid off this tee, you're always left with a long way in, just hit a 2nd hybrid. And that's drawing in nicely. I don't think it gets there. Nicely, that, mate. Yeah, that is a little bit short, Foxy. But again, he's playing the hole well and he's plotted it where he wants to. Yeah, there's grass in the face, so it stops it spinning, so it doesn't rise. Didn't expect a scientific answer, is that, did you?
No. Centerline found?
I think so. This was absolutely rubbish. I've got about a pitching wedge, maybe a 9-iron in my hands, and it's just turned over. It was a nice flat lie, flat calm wind, should have attacked it, really not my best shot at all. You can see Foxy was short and he's putted it, which for me, I'm loving that he's learning these shots. That is better than a chip, definitely for me. Pacing this out now, it's a long putt. You can see it's pin high because the strike was good, but it was just a terrible shot that turned over. I don't really see this as a birdie opportunity. I'm just trying to get my par until this point. How has that stayed short? Can't believe that didn't go in. But again, just a disappointing approach shot. After the drive, you feel like you should really be attacking that flag because it's a difficult hole until you get your drive away. Foxy's now got this for a par, and it's just slid by. But if he has that pace on most putts, then his score should hopefully plummet down. 18th tee shot. This has been a bit of a nemesis for Foxy in the past. He always hits it right, and he's a little bit nervy over that one. That has gone right, but it was just in the rough. It wasn't too bad at all, really. I'm stepping up here, and I'm feeling a little bit nervous. I'm wanting to get as low as I can. I'm really hoping I can get a good drive down there. Ideally, I want to send it down the left side of the fairway. Not really where I wanted it. That's more the right side, but we're going to take the positives. It was well struck. It's down there. The ball's bouncing nicely, so it should lead to hopefully a mid to low iron in. And when we do get up there and find it, it's bang in the middle of the fairway. It's obviously taking a bit of a lucky good bounce. We've got a 9-iron in the hands here, ball above feet. The idea is to aim at the big tree on the right and bring it in, and that's exactly what happened. I was really happy with this shot. The first time I felt a little bit of pressure in videos, really, for no reason other than I just wanted to show you guys I can put a good score together. We'll have that. I hit 9-iron from back there, so you've got 1, 2, 4 front, 1, 4, 2 middle.
I want to be front down really here.
Flag's at the front, isn't it? You don't really want to be putting back down to it either.
Actually, what am I on about? I've got to hit the thing first.
Yeah, there's that, but let's plan to succeed, not plan to fail.
Yep.
Keep drawing. This is a great shot. Yeah. Oh, that's bounced forwards and not left. That's disgusting. I've never seen a ball bounce forward there in my life. This is a disastrous shot. Downhill in a bunker, not a lot of sand in it. And that's actually flown 50 yards too far. That was a bit of a knife, and he wasn't very happy with that. Seeing a bit Foxy, go and get that one, son, and play it back up. The shot back up was actually way better than the actual approach shot, and it was a similar distance.
Great
you can
shot.
see it just on the front edge there. We've got this for birdie now, and I'll tell you, this is for 2 under par. So I've played really well. I've not made many bogeys at all. Make sure you do stay tuned, and we're going to talk stats in a minute, and we're going to discuss my stats versus Foxy's stats. Does this go in for a 3? Oh, you've left it short side again. Again, I wanted to finish under par. It wasn't one I was going to chase and leave a 6-footer, because if I bogeyed that and shot level par, I would be very, very disappointed with myself. Can Foxy clean up here? He's left that short. This is where Foxy really needs to get better and improve. Just distance putting. I mean, 3 putting from there is a little bit criminal. I would have given him that last one anyway as well. So we end the round there, 3 hours and 49 minutes. And I actually shot 1 under par. So I had that putt for 2 under par, and the putt on 17 for 2 under par, and the putt on 15 for 2 under par, and the putt on 14 for... Guess what the putt on 14 was for, Foxy? 2 under par.
2 under par.
Yep. But yeah, so we'll collate all this data together. We'll have a look at the stats and everything on the ShotScope software, and we'll discuss what the real differences were today between myself, a PGA professional, and the one and only 24 Handicap Fox.
Hiya.
So guys, what did you think? What did you think to the on-course commentary as well? I know, not quite Peter Alice, but I actually really enjoyed that. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you want to see more things like that, playing really good courses, top quality courses, and me maybe doing a bit of a commentary on the side rather than talking through it as we play, bit of a difference. And to be honest, I think that's what helped me play. That's the best score I've had in like a couple of years, because I haven't been running around with a camera. I've literally plonked it there, known shot trace was going to be there, and I can talk you guys through it. So hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll start with Fox's scores. So we're using the ShotScope V3 watches, and we've put it all into the software here. So looking at Fox's front 9, 4, 8, 5, 5, 6, 4, 6, 8, 4, 7, 5, 4, 6, 6, 7, 6, 6, 5, 8. So a couple of high numbers there, and I'm sure you'll agree that when I was talking you through some of the shots he was playing, that plus 33 could quite easily have been a plus 25, which actually would have meant I think he won. I shot 1 under par, so I was a net 70, and he was a net, what's that? That's 104 minus 24, net 80. So he could have quite easily have dropped 7 or 8 shots off there just by kind of not 3-putting, not 4-putting, not duffing the occasional chip. It's high handicap golf, so we're going to have them in there. But the great thing about the shot scope is that we can look at all those stats as well. So we're going to bring you a video every month using the shot scope software and see how Fox is progressing. We're going to wear these at most courses we play. Often I don't play 18 holes, but whenever I do play 18 holes, I'm going to use the shot scope. We've got the plugs in the end of every club, so we're going to get some data together and show you guys how I'm playing, but also Fox's road to maybe becoming a mid-handicapper, even a low-handicapper. The thing is, when he gets it, I'm sure you guys will agree, that hybrid sometimes went as far as my 3 would, which was a little bit worrying if I'm being honest, but I mean, we'll talk about my 3 wood a bit later on. Looking at the rest of kind of Fox's stats, because scores don't always tell the entire story, do they? His average par 3 score was 4.67, and average par 4 score 5.77. So fairways in regulation 27%, greens in regulation 17%, and up and down only 33%, which actually isn't really that bad. Now you look at some numbers, average par 5 score 7.5, so that's 2.5 shots over par per par 5, which means he's dropped, how many par 5s are there? 1, 2, he's dropped 5 shots on the par 5. 1, 2, yeah, 2 par 5s. And to be fair, it is amazing how you look at some of the holes. So you look at the 8th hole, the par 5, I'll put it on screen now. Tee shot was okay, it was to the right. Second shot, not bad, then he had to take a drop, and then there's a cluster of shots around the green, which is obviously costing him a lot of shots. So we are going to go into a lot more depth in the shot scope data when we do get more rounds under our belt. This is the first time we've really used it. I did use it at the old course as well, so I'll talk you through those stats in a separate video if that's something you'd like to see. Now looking at my stats, and we said we're going to compare them. Do you remember Fox's were all kind of in the 20s, maybe the 30s? Now I put mine on, fairways in regulation 60%, greens in regulation 61%, and up and down 67%. Now I putted abnormally well today. I had 27 putts, it says here, which I had 27 putts, which is quite low. I mean, if you imagine 2 putts per hole is 36 putts, and that, I mean, you don't want anywhere like that. I think if we gave Foxy that would be fine. For me, if I'm anywhere around 30 putts, that's very, very good. You saw that I rolled a lot in. Actually, off camera, I missed quite a lot as well. I missed birdie putts on 13 and 14, and I was quite frustrated to come off with 1 under par, which for me is like a totally different world. You'll see here that I shot 1 under par, and I had 4. So basically, what did I have? I had 15 pars, 2 birdies, and 1 bogey. Very, very steady golf. You're not going to get Woolley Park Golf Club on a much easier day. It was in immaculate condition. There wasn't much wind, if any. There was a few holes where we had to think about it, but apart from that, the greens were rolling really well, as you could see, and just get it off the tee and it would roll. The rough was up, which is I think why Foxy struggled a little bit, because he didn't hit the fairways. I actually hit, like I said, 60% of fairways, so I'm very, very happy with that. If I look at my clubs here, you'll see driver 279. These are the averages from the day. 3 wood about 250, 4 iron 195, 7 iron 167. All these numbers are around about what you would expect me to be hitting in the studio, aren't they? Which I'm very happy with. There's a few where I've maybe played pitch shots or bump and run shots. A 6 iron averaging 134 throughout the season. I would imagine that to go up a little bit. But I'm amazed on how I'm absolutely staggered on how those averages are very, very close to what I would think, which is actually good for me because I know that I'm on the right lines. Putting, as I said, was abnormally good today, and the great thing about the ShotScope app is that I can compare that against a tour player, a 0 handicap, a 5 handicap. So if I compare that against, say, Foxy, a 25 handicap, strokes gained 34.5. So that's exactly what we said, isn't it, in the video? If Foxy starts holing more putts, if I compare that against a scratch handicap, 6.07. Now they're a little bit skewed because, like I said, it was a bit of a miracle day. Tee shots, average drive for me 285, average performance 270, and I'm going to really look forward to getting Foxy in for a lesson. I'm going to talk through Foxy's stats in depth in the next episode of this series and see exactly where we can improve, and that'll lead to a couple of lessons. Hopefully you'll see Foxy's handicap plummet down with the hope of ShotScope. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed that. If you have, smash that subscribe button below. 1 under par. That's incredible. Give us a like, guys, for 1 under par, and apart from that, I'll very much look forward to not only seeing you in the next episode of, what can we call this series? Guys, comment below, what can we call this series? Because I haven't even thought of it. And apart from that, I'll very much look forward to seeing you all at the same time tomorrow. Bye! Oh, got it! Yes, we got it! What a day! Oh, what a day!